We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We go! 10 over. Get in the right room. Get in the right room. General West. Switch it. Keep dribbling. Keep dribbling.
He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there on the... First play of the game.
A gain of 43 yards. First down, Bengals.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Kill. Later, 9.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Eifert. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Deuce right, Chief.
On third down, Richard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready, go. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And Eifert has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now already over 200 yards in this first quarter. And he's got another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw, 61, matchbox, light. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On the set.
50 seconds left.
Bravo.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Cut.
And go. Get it.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
180. 180. We're good. 185.
Now this time, Carl throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Back down. 180.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Deuce.
1. Later 1. Later 9.
To throw, it's Carr. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
White.
And an alley to run. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Topper, fight.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down. 10 too soft. Hey, Haywood. Hey. Two-jet bombers.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2nd and 1. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go. 30 base.
Mixon with a first down carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert
2.
They toss to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He'll have a first down past the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6'6", bullet high.
On second down now, Richard, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bang, bang, bang. Express. Bang, bang. 93. Hey, zoom.
Check 50, check 50. Slam, slam.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Well, a design run for their wideout. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but with 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he's got room. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
General West.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I know he ain't got it.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On the ready.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, yeah? Here we go. Kill.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get. The football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
At the 20-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Looking to throw on second down. Carr, he lets it fly for Rocket, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Undercrutch, undercrutch, undercrutch. Shift, watch the shift.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Protein spill.
On 1st down, Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 18 data, 18 data.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist. Kill, 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 kill. Check your hot read. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They run again with Jackson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On the run, this is Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Bullock's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Hey, Charlie. And off, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Raiders 23.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.